All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalema Aneja Dang, and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation, says continuous emphasis should be laid on preventing the spread of infection. Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu governments decide to impose complete lockdown across the state every Sunday. Superstar Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek test positive for COVID-19, admitted to a Mumbai hospital. Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission launches app development module for school students. National Investigation Agency nabs 2 prime accused in Kerala gold smuggling case. And Uttar Pradesh government forms special investigation team to probe cases related to gangster Vikas Dubey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviewed the COVID-19 situation in the country yesterday. He took stock of the situation in various parts of the country and the preparedness of various states. Mr. Modi stressed on the need to observe personal hygiene and social discipline in public places. He said awareness about COVID-19 should be disseminated widely and a continuous emphasis should be laid on preventing spread of the infection. The Prime Minister reiterated that there is no room for any complacency in this regard. He appreciated the concerted efforts of the centre, state and local authorities in containing the pandemic situation in Delhi. Mr. Modi further directed that similar approach should be adopted with other state governments in containing the COVID-19 pandemic in the entire NCR area. The successful example of surveillance and home-based care through Dhanvantari Rath in Ahmedabad was highlighted, and it was directed that it may be emulated in other places. The Prime Minister also directed that real-time national-level monitoring and guidance should be provided to all affected states and places with high test positivity rate. The review meeting was attended by Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, member Niti Aayog, Cabinet Secretary and other senior officials. Today being Sunday, Tamil Nadu observes total lockdown throughout the state every Sunday this month. It is aimed at avoiding overcrowding in public places. Here's more from our correspondent.
This is the second successive Sunday this month that the whole state of Tamil Nadu goes under complete lockdown. The government has made it clear that all the Sundays in July will have an intensified lockdown, as it is observed that relaxations on Sundays lead to crowding outside, triggering fears of eruption of new COVID-19 clusters. However, during weekdays, Unlock 2 is in vogue, except in Madurai. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
The total COVID-19 infection in Tamil Nadu has surpassed 134,000 cases, with 3,965 people confirmed positive yesterday. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy has asked the External Affairs Ministry to facilitate the repatriation of over 40 stranded fishermen from the state from Iran. In a letter to the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, he said 681 fishermen have been repatriated safely to the state by the Indian naval ship INS Jalashwa on the 1st of this month. He has said that around 40 more are left behind due to lack of space in the ship.
Due to the continued surge in the COVID-19 cases, Karnataka government has decided to impose complete lockdown in Bengaluru, urban and rural districts for 1 week from 8 p.m. of July 14 to 5 a.m. of July 22nd. A report.
The lockdown will not impact supply of essential commodities like groceries, vegetables, fruits, milk and medicines. MBBS postgraduate examinations will be conducted as scheduled. 2,978 new COVID-19 positive cases were reported in the state yesterday. Among them, 1,533 cases were reported from Bengaluru city. 70 deaths were reported in the state, taking the tally to 613. Among them, 229 deaths were reported from Bengaluru. Out of 20,883 active cases in the state, Bengaluru has reported 12,793 active cases. In a record till date, the highest of 20,288 swab samples were tested in various places in the state, and the total test has gone up to 7,99,796. Or Murthy, AR News, Bengaluru.
In Uttar Pradesh, 3-day restrictions, which is imposed at 10 p.m. on Friday in the wake of COVID-19, will continue till 5 a.m. tomorrow. All the offices, markets and other institutions are closed, but all industrial activities are continuing with social distancing norms. More from our correspondent.
A strict vigil is being kept on compliance of COVID-19 restriction rules in the state, and police forces are checking every nook and corner. The government is carrying out 3-day special statewide sanitation and cleaning campaign in urban and rural areas, which will continue till tomorrow. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has instructed to conduct corona tests by taking samples of people with suspected symptoms during door-to-door medical screening, and more than 140,000 teams are engaged in this work. Additional Chief Secretary Home Avnish Awasthi said that government is firmly implementing COVID-19 restrictions and 227,354 people have been booked, registering 90,009 FIRs under Section 188 since the inception of lockdown in the state. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Bihar, fresh complete lockdown has been imposed in 3 districts of Gaya, Saharsa and Araria beginning today. With this, 18 districts of the state comes under lockdown. 8-day lockdown has been imposed in Araria district, while 5-day lockdown will be in Saharsa. In Gaya, lockdown will continue till further orders. Government offices and public corporations will remain closed. All private and commercial establishments will also remain closed. However, ration shops, dairy, vegetables and meat shops will remain open between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. and from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. All places of worship and religious gatherings will also be closed. All kinds of e-commerce and home delivery will be allowed. Public transport service will also be allowed in the lockdown period. However, private vehicles will be limited to essential works only. Train and flight services have been allowed.
In Madhya Pradesh, there will be a complete lockdown every Sunday in the entire state. Our correspondent has filed this report.
During the lockdown on every Sunday, all markets, offices and establishments will remain completely closed. However, this order will not be applicable on the milk parlours, medical stores, hospitals and other emergency services. There will be a restriction mainly on the unnecessary movements of the people. Official release said that the violation of lockdown will be punishable under Section 188. The State Home Minister Dr. Narottam Misra has said in a tweet message that the state government are controlling the corona infection by the Kill Corona campaign, but the total lockdown is being needed on every Sunday in view of the increasing number of COVID-19 patients. The COVID-19 case count in Madhya Pradesh climbed to 17,201 with addition of 544 new cases in the last 24 hours. The death toll in the state has risen to 644. The state has 1,518 active containment zones. A total of 198 persons were discharged from the hospitals in the last 24 hours. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The Gujarat government has denied media reports about the reimposition of lockdown in the state. State government has termed such reports as false and far from truth. Official sources said the Chief Secretary has not held any video conference with the district collectors on this issue. Our correspondent reports the state has recorded 872 new cases of COVID-19 during the last 24 hours.
With the detection of 872 new cases in Gujarat, the total cases reported till now have gone up to 41,027. The maximum 180 cases reported from Surat city, while Ahmedabad city recorded 166 new cases. 10 patients have lost their lives during the last 24 hours, taking the total death toll in the state up to 2,034. According to official sources, out of 10,308 active cases in the state, conditions of 73 patients are critical and they are on ventilator. 502 patients have been discharged after recovery during the last 24 hours. With this, the total patients recovered from the COVID-19 have gone up to 28,685. More than 4,57,000 tests have been carried out in the state till date. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In view of the sudden price rise of vegetables and other essential commodities during lockdown in Kamrup Metro District, the Assam government will constitute a core committee to monitor the vegetable markets and to streamline the selling of vegetables to check price rise. The Chief Minister announced this during a meeting with several trader organizations in Guwahati yesterday. The Chief Minister said that the proposed committee to be led by Additional Chief Secretary Food and Civil Supplies Department, Sayyidain Abbasi, will develop a mechanism for monitoring of the markets to check price rise.
A total of 5,746 Indians returned from different countries under the Vande Bharat mission yesterday. They returned from Sharjah, Bahrain, Muscat, Dubai, Kuala Lumpur, Kiev, New York, Toronto, Chicago, San Francisco, New York, London, Singapore, Manila and Doha. In a tweet, Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri informed this. He said the Vande Bharat continues to spread hope and happiness by facilitating the return of Indians from around the world and flying out many to their destinations abroad. You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation, says continuous emphasis should be laid on preventing the spread of infection. Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu governments decide to impose complete lockdown across the state every Sunday. Superstar Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek test positive for COVID-19, admitted to a Mumbai hospital. Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission launches app development module for school students. National Investigation Agency nabs 2 prime accused in Kerala gold smuggling case, and Uttar Pradesh government forms special investigation team to probe cases related to gangster Vikas Dubey. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
Mega star Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek Bachchan have been tested positive for COVID-19 and admitted to a Mumbai hospital. They underwent rapid antigen test at the Nanavati hospital and found positive. In a tweet, Abhishek Bachchan said both he and his father have mild symptoms and requested everybody to be calm and not to panic. In a tweet, Amitabh Bachchan requested all those who have been in close proximity to him in the last 10 days to get themselves tested. Our Mumbai correspondent reports that within minutes of Amitabh Bachchan's post, the get well soon wishes began pouring in, flooding Twitter and other social media platforms.
Bollywood icon Amitabh Bachchan, who himself broke the news of being tested positive on Twitter last night, sent shockwaves across various quarters of the society. Soon after, various platforms of social media were flooded with personalities from politics, entertainment, sports wishing the megastar speedy recovery. As people tried to comprehend with the late night development, Mr. Bachchan's son Abhishek too revealed that he too has tested positive and that both he and his father are having mild symptoms and were admitted to the hospital. Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope said both Amitabh and Abhishek Bachchan took antigen tests and their results came positive. Both are admitted to Nanavati Hospital. Their health is stable. They have mild cough and fever. He said tests were conducted on Mr. Bachchan's wife Jaya Bachchan and daughter-in-law Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, and their test reports are awaited. With Kunal Shinde, Shailesh Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan and Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar prayed for the speedy recovery of Amitabh Bachchan. In a tweet, Dr. Harshvardhan said he joins the whole nation in wishing him a quick recovery. The Health Minister said Amitabh Bachchan is the idol of millions in this country and they will all take good care of him. Leader of Opposition in Maharashtra Assembly, Devendra Fadnavis, also prayed for his speedy recovery.
The total number of recovered people from coronavirus has crossed the 5 lakh mark. The central government said yesterday a total of 5,15,386 people affected with coronavirus have recovered in the country so far. In the past 24 hours, 19,873 people recovered from COVID-19, and with this, the recovery rate reached 62.78%. In terms of recovery rate, the top 5 states and union territories are Ladakh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Rajasthan, wherein the recovery rate is above 76%. In terms of number of people recovered from coronavirus, Maharashtra stands at top position, followed by Delhi and Tamil Nadu. There are 19 states and union territories which are above the national average of recovery rate. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 27,114 new cases of COVID-19 were reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 8,20,916. This is the highest number of fresh cases recorded in India since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic in the country.
Health and Family Welfare Ministry has advised the states that all the investigational therapies are required to be carried out only in proper healthcare facilities where close monitoring of patients is possible. Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) and AIIMS have strongly recommended that the focus of clinical management should continue to remain on oxygen therapy, steroids, high-quality supportive care, including mental health, counseling for patients and families. For mild cases, which are nearly 80% of the total cases, hydroxychloroquine has been recommended. The Health Ministry said the pursuit of an effective treatment for COVID-19 has also resulted in repurposing of several drugs which are not a part of the main clinical management protocol but have been indicated as investigational therapies. Remdesivir, convalescent plasma, tocilizumab have been put under the investigational therapies in the clinical management protocol for COVID-19. The Health Ministry said these drugs are only permitted for restricted emergency use for COVID-19 and can be used in specific subgroups of patients. ICMR and AIIMS have strictly suggested the hospitals that their indiscriminate use can cause more harm than good. The states were also told that the available evidence for remdesivir suggests that it may decrease the time for clinical improvement when used in moderate to severe cases. However, there have been no benefits in terms of reduced mortality. Similarly, studies on tocilizumab have not shown any benefits in mortality reduction.
The Drugs Controller General of India has approved itolizumab for restricted emergency use on COVID-19 patients with moderate to severe acute respiratory distress syndrome. Drugs Controller General of India has approved itolizumab injection for the treatment of cytokine release syndrome in moderate to severe acute respiratory distress syndrome in patients due to COVID-19. After satisfactory results from clinical trials, the drug was approved. Itolizumab injection is already an approved drug of Biocon Limited used for the treatment of patients with active moderate to severe psoriasis. Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited (RCF) has introduced a skin-friendly moisturizer-based hand cleansing gel RCF Cefarola. A PSU under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers (RCF) has informed that the gel contains isopropyl alcohol and aloe vera extract. RCF has fixed the price for its hand cleansing gel at 25 rupees for 50 milliliters and 50 rupees for a 100 milliliter bottle. The PSU has said that the safe and reasonably priced option is aimed at containment of the current pandemic amidst the ensuing demand for hand sanitizers.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Speaking to AIR News, Dr. Sonali Bali, psychiatrist at Vidyasagar Institute of Mental Health and Neuro and Allied Sciences, New Delhi, said that misinformation regarding COVID through multiple unverified sources has led anxiety-related issues in people, which manifests in the form of social stigma.
One can be socially connected with near and dear ones. Limiting the use of internet, use it for better things like constructive workshops, maintaining a positive, optimistic attitude which will help in putting things in perspective. And one can also indulge in some basic relaxation techniques which can help a person deal with the anxiety associated with this period. And another thing I feel which is important is to maintain a kind and compassionate attitude towards others.
Speaking to AIR News, Dr. Saurabh Mehrotra, consultant at Mental Health Division in Medanta Hospital, emphasized that people should indulge in positive addictions.
Some people like to do gardening, some people like to do cooking. All of these qualify as positive addictions and have a significant benefit in reducing the stress. Then social connection is very important.
Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission has launched the ATL app development module for school children across the country. The ATL app is an online course which is completely free. Through 6 project-based learning modules and online mentoring sessions, young innovators can learn to build mobile apps in various Indian languages and showcase their talent. Additionally, to build capacities and acumen for app development within school teachers, periodic teacher training sessions will be conducted on the AIM app development course. Niti Aayog Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant has said that COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a big disruption which is being tackled through the use of technology to aid for everyday lives. He said the Prime Minister has been encouraging the citizens to use technology and innovate for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Mr. Kant said it is crucial for the young Indians to learn skills at a young age and to enable them to become the next generation of technology leaders. Speaking on the occasion, Mission Director of Atal Innovation Mission, R. Ramanan said the launch of Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge has been inspiring to the young students uniformly at school, university and industry level. He said Niti Aayog is now bringing the skills of app development to the young tinkerers of Atal Tinkering Labs across the country so that they can integrate their tinkering lab innovation with mobile apps, enhancing the usability and reach of their innovations. This will be one of the largest app learning and development initiatives at a school level in any country.
Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has notified a draft notification proposing amendment to the Central Motor Vehicles Rules 1989 for inclusion of the standards for the safety evaluation of the vehicles being propelled through hydrogen fuel cells. The ministry has invited suggestions and comments from all stakeholders, including general public, on the proposed amendment, which can be sent to the Joint Secretary MVL, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Transport Bhavan, Parliament Street, New Delhi 110001 up to 9th of next month. National Investigation Agency NIA has nabbed the prime accused in Kerala gold smuggling case. Both accused, Swapna Prabha Suresh and her accomplice Sandeep Nair, were arrested from Bengaluru yesterday evening. They will be produced before the NIA office in Cochin today. The Customs Department had on July 5 seized 30 kilogram gold worth 15 crore rupees concealed in diplomatic consignment at the Thiruvananthapuram International Airport. Swapna Suresh was on the run following the gold seizure. She was employed in Space Park and Kerala State Information Technology Infrastructure Limited, KSITL, which comes under the IT department, a portfolio held by Kerala Chief Minister.
The Uttar Pradesh government has formed a special investigation team, SIT, to probe cases related to dreaded criminal Vikas Dubey and his associates. This SIT will submit its report before the 31st of July. The SIT, headed by Additional Chief Secretary Sanjay Bhusreddy, will have two senior police officers, ADG Hariram Sharma and DIG J. Ravindra Gaur, as members. Here's a report.
The special investigation team will thoroughly investigate the Vikas Dubey case and will try to find answers of those questions which are rising about his connections with officers, nexus between him and police, his modus operandi, properties and that money. It will also investigate that what action police took about complaints registered against Dubey and his associates under Gangster Act, Gunda Act and NSA. The call recording details of Dubey and his accomplices of past 1 year will also come under investigation. Most importantly, the SIT will also investigate what had happened in the night of July 2 to 3, when a police team had gone to raid and came under attack. 8 police personnel were killed that night in firing between police and Vikas Dubey's henchmen. It will be investigated whether lapses were committed in getting intelligence about the firepower and weapons with Dubey. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Assam, several rivers are flowing above the danger level. Over 6 lakh people are affected due to floods in 20 districts. Official sources said that the death toll due to floods increased to 42. Surging water also damaged 46,000 hectares of agricultural land. Over 8,000 people are taking shelter at relief camps. Dhemaji and Barpeta are among the worst affected districts. SDRF and NDRF teams are deployed in relief and rescue work.
In Jammu and Kashmir, District Development Commissioner Anantnag K.K. Siddha inaugurated One Nation, One Ration Card at Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer and Public Distribution FCS and CAPD sale outlet at Nai Basti in Anantnag yesterday. The move is aimed at providing ration to the cardholders at any place of the country. On the occasion, some migrant labourers of Uttar Pradesh were provided 1 month ration from the said sale outlet who have already been Aadhaar linked. As per the scheme of the central government, the registered cardholder is entitled to get ration for his family or for the persons residing at any place. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu has called for 100% coverage of Kisan credit cards in the Union Territory. He asked officials concerned to make concerted efforts to achieve 100% coverage of farmers under KCC scheme, including those engaged in dairy farming, fisheries, poultry and horticulture. Mr. Murmu was inaugurating a day-long Kisan Mela cum award awareness camp as a part of ongoing Kisan Pakhwada during his visit to Pulwama district yesterday.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said the disengagement and de-escalation process has been agreed upon between India and China and the work is in progress. He said, "We have agreed on the need to disengage because the troops on both sides are deployed very close to each other. So there is a disengagement and de-escalation process which has been agreed upon." He said, "The process of disengagement has just commenced and it is very much a work in progress." Dr. Jaishankar was speaking at India Global Week 2020 yesterday. Recently, India and China have begun a long process of disengagement in the eastern Ladakh region after National Security Advisor Ajit Doval spoke to Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. The Indian Coast Guard, ICG, rescued 6 Sri Lankan fishermen from Exclusive Economic Zone EEZ in the Andaman Sea. During the EEZ surveillance of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the ICG Donia located a boat adrift at approximately 190 nautical miles northwest of Port Blair. The boat has been identified as Sri Lankan and was reportedly in distress due to technical snag. And now let's take a look at the weather updates for today. The national capital Delhi may witness generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature was recorded at 26 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 35. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The city witnessed a minimum temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and will have a maximum of around 33 degrees Celsius. In Chennai, the temperature will hover between 24 and 35 degrees Celsius. City will have a partly cloudy sky in the morning, becoming generally cloudy towards evening or night with the possibility of rain or thunder showers accompanied with squall. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers with a minimum temperature of 28 and maximum would be around 34 degrees Celsius. In Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum should be around 34 degrees Celsius. The city will have partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or even dust storm. In Srinagar, the temperature will hover between 18 and 32 degrees Celsius. The city is expected to witness partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature was recorded at 18 degrees Celsius, while the maximum should be around 32 degrees. It is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Muzaffarabad may see a partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The place witnessed a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and the maximum should be around 36 degrees. Chandigarh will see a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature was recorded at 25 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature will be around 34. Bengaluru is expected to have temperatures between 21 and 29 degrees Celsius. Rain or thunder showers would occur towards evening or night in the city. Ahmedabad will also have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius and maximum should be around 33.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. COVID may lead to higher NPAs. Capital erosion, warns RBI governor, is the headline in the Sunday Tribune. China starts Pangong pullback, major positive sign towards peace as standoffs at 4 places started from Pangong Lake on May 5, says the Pioneer. Not for psoriasis drug to be used for COVID patients based on clinical trials, data given by Biocon, is the Financial Express front page story. The Hindu reports of the case of Supreme Court ruling of the famous Padmanabha Swami temple to come tomorrow that would decide what would play a dominant role in its management, the state government or the erstwhile Royal Travancore family. India's share in daily global cases now 12%, says the Times of India headline, referring to the COVID-19 case load. And finally, India's 2018 Tiger Census has entered Guinness Book of World Record for being the world's largest camera-trapped wildlife survey. That's a Tribune front page story.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation, says continuous emphasis should be laid on preventing the spread of infection. Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu governments decide to impose complete lockdown across the state every Sunday. Superstar Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek test positive for COVID-19, admitted to a Mumbai hospital. Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission launches app development module for school students. National Investigation Agency nabs 2 prime accused in Kerala gold smuggling case. And Uttar Pradesh government forms special investigation team to probe cases related to gangster Vikas Dubey. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day. Goodbye.